Now, what does the ambassador put on the table after the meeting? She felt that to discuss a joint response, they want to come together and respond to the United States. Thank you so much for passing by. I appreciate you so much. I don't know if I should say that today we are in Ghana, but of course, the conversation is centered around Ghana, but it's going to affect the rest of the African nations. It looks like the entire world, as we see today, is tired of the great America bullying everyone with each and everyday decisions for their only interests, and they don't care a fig about how it affects other people. And among the list, I can say the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, seems to have enough of this. The United States of America have taken some drastic decisions which have affected everyone globally, from cutting aid to high tariff and all that. When Ghana was hit with the first one, which is cutting aid, and this has created 156 million gap in our economy. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama did not make any public comment either to condemn it or to accept it, but what he did was to direct the finance minister of Ghana to address the issue and fill the gap. The only brutal reaction from Ghana was the vice president, who came on board and fired back at Donald Trump, indicating that they will also retaliate, and their retaliation is not going to be funny. Now, we are not done with the cutting of aid, and all of a sudden a 10% tariff on export came to say hi to us in Ghana. And this time it's like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama had enough of this whole thing. During a bilateral meeting with the president of Czech Republic, Pavel, on Tuesday, 8 April 2025, the president, John Dramani Mahama, criticized the decision of the United States. He highlighted its potential to disrupt global trade relations and also harm economies like Ghana, Lesotho, and the rest of it. So let's watch what Mahama said first, and then we move forward.
We all accepted a rule-based trading system, and it has served the world well because it has led to quite significant growth in GDP across the world. It is unfortunate that without resorting to the rules-based system, one country unilaterally decides to increase tariffs across board on all countries. A multilateral world serves us all better than unilateral world, where people just take decisions based on only their country's interests. We must look at the broader global partnerships and the global interests rather than just our parochial national interests.
Now we have beautiful two key phrases out there: the rule-based trading system and also multilateral serve us better than unilateral. Now, prior to this statement, the President John Dramani Mahama has instructed his government officials to take strong steps to deal with this new 10% tax the US has placed on Ghana's export. Immediately after the instruction, the foreign minister of Ghana, Ablakwa Okujeto, he quickly summoned the US ambassador to Ghana, Her Excellency Virginia Palmer, for a higher-level discussion following the United States decision to impose a 10% tariff on Ghana, or let me say Ghanaian export, which is effective April 5th, 2025. The good thing is that the US ambassador did not reject the invitation or disregard the invitation. She accepted and honored the invitation. So the meeting was attended by the Deputy Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, whose name is in short Samson, and other senior officials from the Ministry of Trade also attended the meeting. Now, after the meeting, the Deputy Minister revealed a detail which shows that these people don't think things through before imposing some of these tariffs, because the ambassador was surprised at certain things. Let's dive into it. According to the ambassador Palmer, she clarified that the new tariff policy is not specifically targeting Ghana. Instead, it is part of the broader US strategy which aim at addressing global trade imbalances under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. And then I asked myself, when you are talking about economic imbalance in regards to trading, we in Africa, or we Ghanaians, should be complaining about trade imbalance, not the United States. So I don't understand the term trade imbalance between the United States and Ghana. In giving explanation, she revealed that this is the reason why certain Ghanaian exports such as oil, gas, and other energy-related products are exempt from the tariff. So when you look at the areas affected by this particular tariff, products exported under the African Growth and Opportunity Act (AGOA), such as cocoa-based product and garment, will be impacted. So currently, both Ghanaian and US officials, they discuss the possibility of exemption for some key sectors, especially cocoa and garment, because of their economic and employment significance. So both parties, they have agreed to continue diplomatic and bilateral agreement to explore ways of reducing the impact of tariff or the tariff on Ghanaian businesses and workers. But the trade minister on an interview shared a shocking detail which revealed that the ambassador herself was shocked. During the interview, the trade minister revealed that the president see the issue as very important for the country. And according to what he said in quote, President Mahama has told us to do everything possible to fix this problem. He also revealed that the tariff which target cocoa exports, which is a major product that Ghana exports, the Ghanaian leaders find this very surprising and unfair because the United States does not even produce cocoa itself. And in quote, he said, if a country wants to tax goods to protect its own industry, it makes sense only if they produce the same goods. But the US doesn't grow cocoa. So this move is strange and harmful to our economy. Meeting with the US ambassador earlier that day, the trade minister revealed that the ambassador was surprised that cocoa was included in the tariff, which is the reason why I said from the beginning that these people, they don't think things through before doing some of the things. So the foreign minister and the trade minister, they held a meeting with the US ambassador on the 7th, and then on the 8th, John Dramani Mahama made a statement. Now, what does the ambassador put on the table after the meeting? She felt that if we take it up through proper diplomatic channels, cocoa will be removed from the tariff. Additionally, she revealed that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama might need to step in the issue directly to solve the problem in a way. Currently, according to the trade minister, this is what the beautiful cake is. Ghana is seeking support from African partners because Ghana is not alone in dealing with this issue. Other African countries have been affected. Lesotho is carrying 50% over there. Nigeria, top to bottom, pam, parara, they are bagging, I think, 10%. South Africa is bagging 30% or so. So Ghana is not alone in dealing with the issue. So the African Union and the African Continental Free Trade, they are also concerned about the issue. So currently, a meeting is scheduled on 14th April with African trade ministers to discuss a joint response. They want to come together and respond to the United States. We have been telling you people to come together. Now, when they are putting sound on your faces, you are not thinking of coming together and give response. The reason why they have been bullying Africa is because all of you are individual. So they share the tariff to all of you. You can't come together and make decisions. And I'm happy of the fact that today, you people, you schedule a date and you are going to sit at one table and respond to the United States. First time ever. Which is the reason why I said we Pan-Africans, we are happy. This tariff, if you do increase it to 100%, we don't care. According to the minister, he said, we have agreed as Africans to handle this together. Now you get sense. Your brain don't open today that you can come together and discuss issues. You Africans. This is the first time I will say that Africans agree to deal with something together like this in regards to foreign policy. The conclusion of the meeting revealed that the minister, together with the foreign minister, they said they are going to stand for Ghana and they will continue to push back against this tariff because they see the tariff as unfair decision by the United States, and this is going to affect our economy, our cocoa farmers, and our export income. And according to his word, he said, we are not taking this lightly. When your president is not taking it lightly, how are you going to take it lightly? You're not supposed to take it lightly. Now, Mahama used the word multilateral and says that it serves us better than unilateral. But I'll use the word multipolar or unipolar to address this issue. John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, cannot just make this statement just like that. There is a reason behind this statement. Let's find out what drives this statement. The problem of the United States today is that they have failed to accept the fact that we are no longer in a unipolar world, but a multipolar world. A multipolar world where power is distributed among several nations and blocks. And it's a good news to Africa because it offers Africa a far more strategic, economic, and political opportunity than a unipolar world dominated by one global superpower like the United States. And today they can wake up and then bully you. It gives Africa more choices and the rest of the world more choices, not only Africa. In a unipolar world, Africa is not forced to depend on power like the United States or Europe for aid, trade, or investment. Because with China, Russia, India, Brazil, the EU, and the Gulf nations, all of them competing for influence today. African nations, we can negotiate for better deals. We can diversify partnership. And at the same time, we will avoid being bullied by any single power, which has been happening for a long time. This is an opportunity for Africa to free ourselves. Number 2, this is an option for us to end new colonial control. Number 3, this is an era that can boost Pan-African unity. With the multipolarity, we can push for a balanced foreign policy that prioritizes Africa first. Instead of being limited to one system or a model, we will benefit from all. And we are even lucky to have the rise of BRICS and Global South Alliance. I can't tell what exactly is wrong with our leaders too, but Africa, we can align more with BRICS, which is a non-aligned movement shaking the globe. Additionally to that, we can join the Global South Coalition. These blocs, compared to the United States, they focus on fairer trade, sovereignty, and mutual respect compared to the United States. And this will benefit Africa far more than the traditional-led global institution like the IMF and the World Bank thing. So what John Dramani Mahama was trying to say is that a multipolar world creates a fairer, more competitive global landscape where Africa can pick its own partners, set its own priorities, build its own future. Africa in the multipolar world can become a player with a voice and options.